Hello there, Purple. How you doing? Hello, stream. How you doing? I guess also hello, YouTube. How you doing? uh, it is indeed Minecraft. You know, it is Minecraft time. Here we are. Minecraft time. Hey, look, it's the error message. Again, I do the thing that it says and it doesn't. Beautiful. You're doing good. Well, the kind of main thing in this stream is Small Sniffer growing into his name of Big Sniffer, right? That's like the main premise. Also working bits on the kitchen again, doing little bits like that, making it look good. And then doing something else, you know? But first, we gotta load in. Yeah, Big Sniffer. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna send something, right, as a test, because I think I got something working again. But we did. It's very quiet, but we did. So that works. And now it means that I can also do something for do something for the 50k bit download. Download the 50k bit redeem. Yes. Oh my god. Well. He's no longer little. My goodness, that means that like I was like that close in the last stream to having him grow up. Big. Yeah, I like fighting with my print screen. Oh, I also like on the print screen. Oh no, wait, it did work. But then it didn't, so that's great. So the game's gonna pause again. Okay. There he is! And now... we need to wait. I didn't expect to grow up that quickly this stream. Hey, it's also good that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do some XP, so let's move Superior out of the way. I like his legs. I like how his legs move. Oh. 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 What is this? Yo, a torch flower. Okay. I do like how underutilized things like the mobs like the sniffer are. They were added, and then that was about it. I don't know why it took that long for the superior recall noise to play. Your big schnoz. I have to say, the Sniffer's colours look like they're from the Nether. You know, you got like the warped fungus top and the crimson stem. The two Nether roots. I like how it walks again. Also, probably later on, your noises are probably going to be annoying, but for right now, your noises are all cool. I don't know. I know there's this. I assume there's more than one seed. I don't know. I've never interacted with the sniffer until now. All I know is that they didn't really do anything else with the sniffer besides adding. Oh, you're following. At least you were. He's walking towards me. At least he was. He's just kind of sitting. I don't know with the nose. They just stretch it. They just stretch his nose. That's the sniff. Cool. I kind of want him to go on the other side of the paddock so that we can get the other seed, but. Well, I'm assuming a torch flower is a growable plant that acts like a torch. Because, I mean, it's in his name. I don't know if there's any other crops. That nose can sniff up. That's gonna pause. Actually, I'm gonna send something else as a test. 1 second, I'm just closing that. And now I'm gonna send something else as a test and see if it works. The things are being very slow, which is why I closed that. Is it still gonna work? If it does, we're good. It worked. Good. Good. I wonder how long that's gonna that's gonna be until it breaks. I say probably it'll break tomorrow, next stream. Also, is there a cooldown to sniff a seed? How long like a sniffer takes to find a seed? Hello. I guess we'll find out. Over this bit. Oh no, just let you do your thing. He's doing his thing. Hi, Superior. Hello. I know that you are pretty jealous of Big Sniffer. Yeah. Because he's taking the attention away from you. Yeah. But Superior, never seen a creature like him before. Neither of you, actually. They're gonna replace you, though. Cool. Well, that's the thing. Like, I need to keep checking back here, I guess, to see if he's if there've been any new seeds. I'm gonna plant this one. I guess the thing you could do, right, is if you get, because obviously, if you got an LA, which also I haven't really interacted with, but if you got an LA and gave it this seed, then they pick them up and move them somewhere, and then you can have them drop them somewhere. Planting the past. Plant any sniffer seed. Yes, there is definitely more than one. Hi Dingle, hi Berry. You actually around this bit. You got that entire section over there of your paddock. Yeah. You just want to stay around here. You can come over here, Big Sniffer. Look. There's a Taylor over here. Sinrit. Also stream. I think there's gonna be a shiny this stream. You know? Because the past two streams the shiny has appeared. So there is the chance that maybe we get 3 streams in a row. So my PC does seem to be running. Okay, first of all, it's running very hot right now. Let me wiggle it around a bit. We're gonna hear some clunking. Oh no, he began moving fast as if he got a smell. I don't know. It is just seems to be running slower. You know, I could do. I don't even know what it's on. 6. We'll go down to 5. Perfect. You intrigue me. You can tell that it's going with, because I assume. Well, first of all, the superior, it's not talking. Secondly, the music goes all whiffy. Like it is. Well, you can. Big sniffer, too big. Oh. Big sniffer, too big. Oh. Pitcher pod. What is this? I don't know. Yes. I don't know what this is. Is a plant? You can put it in the composter. Okay. Thing is, I don't know how many sniffer plants there are. I also don't know if this needs to be planted in farmland. Okay. We got 2. Okay, well, again, I didn't expect Sniffer to grow up that quickly. Obviously, at the end of the last stream, it was that close. Okay, let's head towards the kitchen. Right. God, it is running terribly today. Alright. Again, I love the feel of the kitchen now. Right, it feels a lot more homely than what it used to when I used the chisel and bit stuff. Do you know what I may do? Get item frames, right? And put an item frame of things on it. So this is like the raw. So they'll go in like there'll be like a piece of raw meat, and then this is cooked stuff. Bowls in here. You know. that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see about making some item frame. If I remember correctly, I can use canvas as a replacement to leather, which is great when I was trying to get books for the library. It's also actually great when I'm trying to get books for the library, because it means that I don't have to farm cows if I want to get actual books. I don't know if twigs are a replacement for sticks. Let's have a look. I don't think so. I also don't think this is how you make an item frame. No, that's how you make a painting. Seems to be the replacement for paper, not leather. What's the replacement for leather then? Oh, what's the replacement for leather? I just must have forgotten how you make an item frame then. Okay, going for all of these recipes is going to be... Oh no, okay. I just can't use... I have to use leather for item frame, okay. The 5 barrels? I think there are 5. Okay. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, Foxy, how you doing? Now. How's Big Sniffer? Is he still over here? He is still over here. Big Sniffer. Yeah, how are you doing today? Yes, I did. The only thing I don't know now is how many sniffer plants there are. Because I got 2. High Superior. Okay. Okay. I should do more cooking using this. Right, that's right. It was stuffed pumpkin I was making in here. But I've already got now 2 stuffed pumpkins. There are only 2? Okay, so I've got the 2. Got it. Wish they did more with this sniffer. But, you know. You know. If they did with the sniffer, you would get more jealous, wouldn't you? Yeah. So we can cook up some egg sandwich, mutton wraps, ooh, bacon sandwich. We need to get bacon for that. So I think I know how to get bacon. I already got roast chicken. What can be made in here? Open face sandwich, right? Because they use the same crafting grid now. They share them. The campfire pot and the cooking pot share the same crafting. You can make a sweet roll. Do I have any? Do I have a? I do have a raw pork chop. Let's make some bacon. Perfect. Cook that up. Whilst that's cooking, what do we need? Cabbage and onion. Okay, I need to get cabbage from the farm. Of course, bacon and eggs. I had a name for the donkey, because the donkey was originally he who cannot be tamed, because he just didn't want to get tamed. Yeah. I also don't know when these are fully grown and whether they're redeemable when you harvest them, you know. Love the variety and crops in the farmland now, yeah. Yeah. You're a crop in the farmland, aren't you, Superior? Ain't gonna eat you though. Torch flower is not renewable. Got it. So the only way you can get torch flower seeds is by the sniffer. Gotcha. Can you harvest the torch flower though? Yeah, that's the wrong way around. Okay. So I have the bacon, I have the bread, all I need is the onion. Oh, okay. Let's craft ourselves up a lovely... Right, did I do that in the wrong order? Why is it saying tomato now? What? I swear it didn't say tomato. Oh, I was looking at the mutton wrap. My bad. Let's get the tomato out and actually make some bacon sandwich. Yummy. I'm also thinking about moving the item frames above them, because, you know, it's more awkward to click on. I'm going to do that today. Oh wait, I could also put the item frame below it. There we go. Okay, let's check out that torch flower then, Superior. I assume it's a flower that works like a torch. Oh, there it is. I'm right to place it down now. You know what, Sniffer? You can get a place down in your paddock. Vision point. You can right click with bone motor duplicate. Can be done with all 2 block. Yeah, it's just tall grass. You come for these ones. Look at these. Wait, does it not produce light? okay. Wait, so I thought a torch flower would produce like a torch. That way it would have, you know, some use. But okay. Yes, yeah, I can assume it gets its name by looking like a torch. Again, they added the sniffer, added the thing of like getting like the only way to get some like the whole thing of the sniffer being this ancient being that you get from digging out like fossilized things, and then you find the egg, and then you hatch it, and then you get these like things. It'd be cool if they did more, but they won't. But hey, big sniffer. Exactly. Superior, I know you don't like Big Sniffer, okay? I know that he makes you jealous. Because I pay attention to him. At least recently I've been paying more attention to him than you. Oh, I love my mouse double clicking. It's good. I think I may actually know why it's laggy over here. I wonder if the zombie spawner's been doing its thing whilst I've been checking out the sniffer. No, okay. That was the thing that I thought it would be laggy. I asked you to change that, but... I just realised, actually, I could probably remove that redstone at the top of the, at the top of the zombie spawner, right? Because I could put a fence post down with... I know how I'm gonna do that. I don't need it. I just need two, not fence posts. I need 2 signs and a bucket of water. And the realization that I don't think it's going to work because of the bubble column pushing the zombies up. But we can try. Wait, I may need 1 fence. Not fence. 1 sign. How laggy it is. Okay. Anyway. Also, do you think there's going to be a shiny today? The past 2 streams, a shiny has spawned in. Oh, you are an Absol. I think I don't need this. There's a conundrum though. Get that with the conundrum. Okay, I do that. I need to add a block over here. Then, can I just add water like this? Yes! Well, I don't think that'll work, but if I add a sign here, then they'll come up the bubble column, but will they get stuck here? Would it be better? Can I have the water go this way? No. I don't know if that would work. Although it is flowing. And that means that this redstone isn't going. Right? Which should hopefully help with the leg. I guess only one way to find out. Bring on the wall. Let's see if it's... Also, the zombie spawner stuff isn't hugely going to affect the stream, because I tend to... Yes! Because I was like, oh yeah, the redstone... No, this I think will work better. Also, this isn't hugely, again, going to affect the stream, because... If I'm going to AFK farm here, I will either be doing a painting on stream, or I won't be streaming. It'll just be AFK farming here off stream. But I just want to check this out, because I remember I had the idea of that, so if they fall down here quite quickly. We picked up my piston. It seems to be working pretty good. Cool. And it means, yeah, there isn't the whole piston issue going on here. They just up, over, down. Yeah. I remember, because that used to actually be a way, or whenever I'm doing the painting, that's kind of a way when I know that the zombies are getting too far. Because I hear, because I turn down the zombie noise, because, you know, there's a bunch of zombies in the XP farm, it gets a bit loud. But with it, the kind of way that I would know that there was a lot of zombies in the spawner would be when I would hear them pick up drops because of entity cramming. I just have some redstone stuff. Okay. I need to name you two. The two dogs. But yeah, I need a name for the donkey. I have a name for the dogs. Hey. But yeah, again, I didn't expect the sniffer to grow up instantly at the start of the stream. Fat ass donkey. Well, he was he who cannot be tamed, because no matter how much we tried, he didn't, and then he did. The kitchen. I think about other things. I want to put something on the wall. Right. Something on the wall. But don't know what. I guess in terms of things, I need to get some cherry wood and finally fit in that bit of wall. And work on other aspects, such as now that the chimney is far smaller, because the chimney before used to come out to like here. It was huge. I really made it massive, the chimney. But I'm gonna need obviously some birch. Okay, let's get some cherry wood, some birch wood. Let's do some things. I guess I could also work on the what is it? The one reason why I downloaded Cobblemon, really? Not Cobblemon, why I downloaded Create. Not Cobblemon. almost the whole reason why this the streaming this started. But yeah, the reason why I downloaded Create because I wanted to make a door. A big door. That was it. Okay, I know where the trade wood is. I have no birch. Trade wood is here. Oh, there's also another creature in which we need to make a place for and a name. In here is a zombie pigman, right? But this zombie pigman was created by a pig getting struck by lightning. I put him there just so that way the Pokemon don't kill him. When I used to have him set to attack hostile mobs. I kind of want to make him have his own little place because he's been around for a while. Like before we had the Nether portal, he was there. Do this. Finally fit in that bit of wall. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is ceiling block. However, I had to think about this because the section here is going to be the second floor, right? The second floor won't be up there. So there'll be part of this that'll be second floor, not basically this room here isn't going to be that tall, at least for this section here. So what I should also do is, way to go along, I need to add these spaces. Yes, you can. Yeah, you got the mushroom meal tanks, which work like regular mushrooms. Of if a mushroom gets struck by lightning, it can turn into a brown mushroom. Okay, I need some. Don't know why I didn't bring more tray wood with me, considering I had some. I do want to find a mushroom biome actually. Yeah. Well, I don't want to find, because actually having a mushroom would be pretty cool. But considering how far we've adventured, oh my god, if I find a mushroom biome, right, getting like a regular mushroom, not like a Cobblemon mushroom milk tank, right? Getting a regular mushroom is gonna be certainly something. Also, it's a pitcher plant. Which means that this flower may be a Venus flytrap type flower. Is it the whole thing of pitcher plants? Is that they're Venus flytraps? Oh, there's some bones. Okay. There's still a few things, because I want to find a desert, right? I'd like to... Originally, the whole finding desert was to get a Cubone, but I got a Cubone from the Nether. But now I want to find the desert, because I would like to go through a desert temple. You know? Oh, you can... Oh. No, you can't use bone meal on it. It's another, you can only get it from... from the sniffer seeds. Which is cool, but also, like... Dang. It's cool, but it does mean a little waiting around. And just, yeah. I mean, you can't do it on tall grass. You can get tall grass very easily by just doing that. Okay. No, really? Haven't caught you. Well, I have, but... You're not. You're a wild one. But, yeah. It does, again, make the sniffer more like, okay. But since the sniffer only has 2 plants, right? It has. And they're purely, like, decorative. Yeah. They can make some dyes, but you can make them types of dyes out of other plants. But... because they're decorative, I can see a lot of people not. Again, this right here is the first ever time that I got a sniffer and like got all the stuff from the sniffer. Since it came out, mainly because we were playing modded stuff. So heavily modded stuff, so the chance of finding a sniffer was very low. Okay, I need to get more oak for this flooring. I also like, okay, the only door, I need to increase the height of this door. Every other door is 1 block taller than this door. A door, or I could keep it, keep it as the small door. Okay, I don't... Oh yes, I do still need access up here. Right, because I need to put lighting here, which I think I'm going to get shroom lights. So, that is true. That is true. They are designed to be large Pokemon height. The only spot in which I won't will be the main entrance. And that's because I already have, right, ceiling, floor. Right, is that how I did it for the tower? Yes. This is the floor level. That's the ceiling level. But, besides the door, because the door will have an actual openable and closable door, I may have to do a bit of rearranging on the outside and things. But the actual, that area there will have an actual openable, closable big door. Rest of them, yeah, I could stairs. It would mean that I should definitely make this one. Although I need to get my height checker. Also, yeah, I do have all of my current fossil Pokemon. I have, you know. But, I need to get some stuff to level them up, because, well, I know I could fight Pokemon, level them up that way, but... I know that you can make, you can make candy. Okay, Scottipede. You know, I'm gonna bring Kilowattrel along with us as well. Ibree. Bree the big bug. Here's how I do my height requirements. You cook in honeycomb to make the small kind? Yes, you do. Yes, yes. I wish there was an easier way of getting honeycomb. I know you can get it from the beehives. And actually, since this is a comb bee beehive, the comb bees won't attack me. This is a regular beehive. This is regular bees. That's a comb bee beehive. Which means I can probably get honeycomb from that beehive. Yes, I know I should do that. With Create, I could actually. See, you're my height requirement, aren't you? Yes. You're the reason why the doorway's four wide. The main thing with the doors being this extra block high, right, is that the ceiling is going here, right? This is the ceiling. It won't be pink, but that is the ceiling. So if I have the ceiling A block, the doorway will be like ceiling height. Whereas if I had the doorway one lower, then the ceiling would be like this. It would be a gap. Because not every room will have the ceiling like this. To be honest, I didn't know you could make a honeycomb farm in vanilla. I know that you can make beehives and whatnot. I know that you can use campfires to stop the bees from attacking you as well. So it's a choice of, do I make the doorways that tall, or do I keep them that tall? Right. Because this tall means that the top block is the ceiling block, right? That one means that there will be a block between the doorway and the ceiling. True. It doesn't mean you don't have to, you don't have to crouch to get through this door. Do ya? Do ya? No. I could give you a bowl of stuffed pumpkin. Do you know, I'm gonna give you an actual just stuffed pumpkin. Stuffed pumpkin. Actually, this is Bree's stuffed pumpkin, but... Yum yum indeed. Okay. Well, I guess I should make some stairs. I wish that you didn't need a mod to have a sawmill like you have the stone cutter. Be very nice to have a block like the stone cutter that works. Let's just have a look. If I do that, then technically, I know it's going to look weird because it's at an angle, but actually, if I have stairs, it means the ceiling block, right, whatever I use for the ceiling, there will be a slab difference. Although I also tempted to just leave that one small. Now I'll probably change it. Now, I guess what I would do with this one is have that be a slab. There. Because the issue is if I did that... it would work. Although I guess it could just... No, because if I move the Imbo one, it also would work. I mean, that's what that one's like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, the only one, there won't be any stairs on this archway. At least not at the moment. Because I will have to chisel and bits them. Oh, what? Ghost block. I'd have to make a custom one out of chisel and bits because it's half and half. Also, this won't have any arch stuff. I need to think of what's going to go in this section over here. Those chisel and bits. It's something that I probably won't use again. In terms of how I did the wall, I probably won't do a half and half block the way I did it. I also must say I've never heard of little tiles. Yes, I did this sink here. Only one issue: chisel and bits. I cannot update. I update chisel and bits, it breaks. This isn't chisel and bits. This is cobble. But yeah, this is all of this, minus I think this wall. Nope, this wall as well. I don't know why I made that wall chisel and bits, but you know, minus that. You can tell it's chisel and bits because it lets the rain through. Yeah, at least don't do it in the way that I did do it. Custom doors? I have the copycat tiles from Create, but I assume that's... it seems quite interesting. I'll have a look at it. Let's see. So I know that on the... Okay, so in this build, right, we need a recording studio for a rock band, right? Specifically one designed for Pokemon. But, we need a recording studio, which could have to go somewhere. That's right, there was talk previously of having, like, a brewery. I don't have any brewery mods, but, you know, a brewery there. The main staircase up to the second floor isn't that tower, because that tower isn't designed for large Pokemon. It's gonna be over here. In this space here is gonna be the way up to the second floor. I need to do the second floor of the small Pokemon. I need to do the second floor of the small Pokemon area and actually finish it because... Let's finish that now. I don't actually need the chisel, but I do for like a second. Yes, hello again, Purple. I want... Am I about how I did this? Perfect. That's fine. Then all I need is the purple. There we go. Finally, it is done. Thank you, Automod. Be gone, bot. But I'm just surprised by how much space the old chimney used to take up. It used to take up so much space. Again, I saw it used to come out this far. It was like that big. Huge. I hope no flying Pokemon fall down the chimney. Don't know quite yet. What is gonna properly be here in health? Like, in terms of the wall, like where windows are, where this or that is. Taylor! You need to move! I mean, means you can chill with, you can chill with, my brain has completely forgotten the name. The shiny Zigzagoon. Forgotten their name. I know that the Eevee's Archie. That's it, Stella. Because if the recording studio is going to be down underneath, the only issue with underneath here, right, is the massive cave system, but that can also be a blessing. I don't actually know what is directly below here. I'm assuming. I have to go down pretty deep for the big cave system. I believe you need 2 L's. That's how I spelled the name. Stella. Also, Brina has a stuffed pumpkin instead of a berry. A whole stuffed pumpkin. Yeah. Okay. I didn't click on that chest. I clicked to open the door. Okay, I need to chop down a birch tree. See if I have a single piece of birch wood somewhere where it's not supposed to be. I had to think about what the rooftop of the main hallway and like entrance area is gonna be. Right? What's gonna be the ceiling block of the main entranceway? I must say, in my testing, I didn't have dirt as like a, oh, if I do this. But, I guess mud bricks could work, but I don't know how well that would look. Must be turned into things. Bamboo planks, eh? Don't need you, pink woolbed. Speaking of blocks, for just a measly little sum of 50,000 channel points, you could get a block of your choice to be used in the build. There is currently no animation associated to it. But it's also a one-time. It's also a one-time. Yes, you'll be able to. You can, because I can't set it, so it's only a one-time use per person, right? I can only set it to a one-time use per person per stream, right? But if you do it on another stream, it won't work. Also, I will do the exercise time. I'll be looking out the window as I do the exercise time. Also, with the block, right? Um, what you need is obviously it needs to be a block which I can get right in the version that I'm playing. It can be from a mod. It can be modded. In fact, what's the mod that I have? However, the rarity would certainly dictate how long it takes until I get it, right? Like getting some lightly weathered cut up stairs, which is the whole thing that started this. In which the person donated like a few bits and was like, I want this block, and I was like, okay. So, you know, would I donate like like I said, see, you could. I mean, I'm gonna get that block anyway, but you could. But it will probably be quite a long time until that happens, right? Because things like the dragon egg, I like if somebody donates it, or like not donates it, but if someone redeems it and then says, I want the Ender Dragon egg, I'm not gonna like speed run the game to get it. Also, we have our dated maps locked away. Before the kitchen rework, this map was. Oh yeah, I will set something up for that. It will have a display. Hi Berry, hi Dingle. Hey look Purple, it's a sniffer plant. You have a sniffer plant sim with the sniffer, that is all the sniffer content. Oh, the game froze. No, there we go. I must say, I went into... Okay. Again, this doorway will be an actual moving door, which will open outwards. I needed to actually decide that now, because if it was opening inwards, I would have to change that. Again, something like the Ender Dragon egg, right? Though, it is a block that I will be getting anyway. It isn't like oh, I probably wouldn't use this. Like, I still need to... Oh, you're the bunny. Like, I need to find the spot to place the lightly weathered wax cup of stairs, and there is a Zigzagoon trapped in the cupboards. I really need to fill it in. Okay, you actively seem like you want to stay in there. If you want to come out, you can. Well, this is the lab. So much the thing, but if we're stuck in here, though, again, the in here has like the only chisel and bits thing in here is this. Before, the entire island counter space and other bits were chisel and bits, but that was removed. Let's see. I also need to think about lighting. You know. Because, I mean, the lighting in here, I kind of like the whole dangling lanterns look. I need to get some more shroom lights for the lab. Like, we could do a block like this as the ceiling, right? By the way, this block won't affect what the second floor looks like. Because there'll be a block on top of this that will be the second floor. Like, we could have maybe that kind of color. So we've got regular oak floor, pink, and then possibly a darker up. Because I don't want to use oak all the time. Like, I don't mind having this kind of thing in here. And, like, the roof section in here will be probably a different one. But remember, this wood, this block, wherever I use, because, again, doesn't have to be this wood, would also be in this whole area. And all the way over here, and all the way around here. Yes, there is a lot of different blocks. I want it to be all there. That was my initial plan. Gotcha, my initial plan was have a lot of different woods as the walls, but the second floor is going to be... I mean, this is currently the hallway, right? Yeah, look, we got quartz, we got... Again, I don't really want to do that type of version again. I mean, the second floor is going to possibly be a different color to the bottom floor anyway. Possibly. So I'm thinking about using oak second floor. Although the issue is, that block that I used was apricorn block, which is interesting to try and farm. I wonder, actually. Didn't I place down jungle saplings? I did. Big boy sniffer, there he is. There he is. He sniffed up the 2 seeds that he can sniff up. And you can only get the 2 plants, the one here and the one that's over there, by the seeds that he sniffs up. You can't duplicate the seeds or the plants after he got them. Although there probably is a mod to sort that. But it's not as big as Bree. Oh, is it not just plant seeds? See, you don't mind, Big Sniffer. You don't mind, Big Sniffer. Do you know who does? You do. You do. Yes. Oh. Oh! Do you have a plant? This is the same flower. Wait, it's... I'm pressing the button to check. Oh, it's because I was looking at Big Sniffer that I could. That's alright. I don't mind taking the picture pod. Which is a carnivorous plant, I do believe. It may be a modder thing, because again, the sniffer is like a heavily underutilized addition to Minecraft. It was added in a mob vote, I believe. And that was it. Do you know what would be cool? If I could deal with copper golems, but this is before copper golems were added to Minecraft. It'd be cool to do that. Again, this version of Minecraft is when trial chambers were first added, I do believe. Yeah, the dew plants. I mean, I don't mind getting another pitcher plant. This carnivorous plant. That's right, it was the jungle tree I want to make grow. I want to chop it down and possibly use jungle wood as the seeding block. There's a backput mods and stuff. There is. The issue with that is if stuff gets changed around. I mean, this is doing anything. Never mind. Like, if... Which I doubt it will. But, you know, if the mods got updated to the higher version of Minecraft, which some of them probably already are, others certainly aren't. Because copper tools are interesting, but, I mean, I've kind of gotten past the need for that. Especially with the fact that it's got mending. That's right. It was a mod to have the trees decay faster. I always say I'm going to get that mod. I think I looked at one, but I never actually added it. Leaves, I mean, not trees. Back up to my pack. Yes, I do. I have quite a few mod packs, backup mod packs that I used for the streams, because once the mods that have been added to the backup one get put onto the main mod pack, that technically then becomes an archive. Because I duplicate this current one as a backup, and then, you know, I have a mod pack that is like an archive right now. So I could load that one up and it will be quite far back. I think it's back before Kilowatt Rule was still a watch rule. So there certainly won't be the big tower there or anything. They're kind of like archives now. The issue is, because it takes so long for Minecraft to load the launcher, I can't be like, oh yeah, I can show you this. And my PC certainly cannot handle running 2 versions of Minecraft. Can barely handle one. I think I'm gonna put the jungle tree in the tree farm. And turn it on. I would like another sapling. There we go. If I see him do a big sniff, I'll head over there. Them legs stomping. But that's also how I tested whether the Chisholm Bits mod was updated to a point in which it doesn't break Minecraft. At least this mod pack. It hasn't. So I downgraded it on the test one again. Because the downgraded version works just fine. done. Okay, I was gonna say, has it just put them back? No, it hasn't. There's no filter on these, so it's probably gonna put the saplings in here, yeah. Or a sapling at least. Anyway, I can just keep that running. And it'll probably run out of saplings to place in there. So I will stop its ability putting saplings in there. I probably need more space than that, but we'll just leave that running now. Because I'll use jungle instead of apricorns, because apricorns, the only way that you can kind of farm apricorns is to harvest these and then you get the seeds, so it's a lot more difficult. So instead, it's not as orange. Well, it's like a more... Again, this ceiling can be, like, it will be completely different from the second floor, what you'll see up there. What I'll do is I'll do this entire hallway and then we'll see. Again, lighting is one thing, because I have torches. Modern Zigzagoon. I have torches. I have lanterns. That's... Well, no, I mean, I do also have, Right, that's 5 because it's a special quest. I do also have glowstone, all that, and I assume add some things in as well. I think what I'm gonna do is create a map once all of the roofing of the first floor's done, so we have all of the different like colors of each like ceiling block. So this is what I guess I need to put down some of these. I'll just steep into this daytime. Don't have to worry about mobs because of Megatorch. Okay. At least I hope. We're going to have a bowl of stuffed pumpkin. Yummy. But this is what it will look like. I don't mind that. Not apricorns. I think actually, I was thinking about maybe I put like 2 PCs here, right? I also need to add some pasture blocks around the place, right? Possibly hide them away so that way you can't see the pasture block, but you can still interact with it. So that way you can have Pokemons actually around the building. Okay. Oh yes, I have to get some oak wood for the... Stop double placing, please. What should be in the main entranceway? By the way. Okay. Indeed, I will see about obtaining them. So see, we have this entire space here. I may also have that be a window, but we have like this entire space here. Right. There we go. Peaceful Foxy. It would be a big window. Big window. So we have a door there. I probably won't make a custom door here. But yeah, actually, okay, I may custom build something which the Megatorch sits upon, right? As again, you have like big door, right? That will open. It may open inwards actually. Because if the rotation's there, then it would be like that. It would be like that. Obviously, the door won't be pink, but. They would open. I think I will have them open inwards, right? They open inwards, and then that's the kind of entrance bit you get. Which I think will be fine, and it fits in the window. But obviously, you enter window on the right, big window, but there needs to be something in this space here. Maybe some green space. You know. No, let's hope that the... Well, we'll see if the tree farm has chopped down any jungle trees at this point in time. Any jungle tree? Yes. At least one. Actually, I wonder what the base looks like on the... What will look like on the 3D zoomed out map after I've done this rooftop bit. There's also this space here, by the way. There's just like this gap here that needs something put in it as well. So I am open to ideas. Here we go. About like here. And in here. Again, I'm thinking maybe I do something that has the Mega Torch on it. Right? Kind of build the Mega Torch into a build. As long as it has... Okay, so we technically have 4 blocks to work with. Which is not the best, just considering you'd kind of want it to be odd. So we probably have that much width to work with. We have that much space to work with. Although, what did we put here is the question. Sure, my brain went to, which will be a huge undertaking, to the point in which I may do some of it on stream, but probably end up doing it off stream. Custom-made BitBlock statue. However, that wouldn't incorporate the torch into it, so maybe. I got some toast. We won't give him some toast. So, I am going to eat this toast. But before I do that, let them do their thing. I'm gonna mute. And then, yeah. Okay, I have to say I don't really think having all of the my Pokemon out work that well. So what they do is just hang around me. Anyway, I want to eat some toast. What do you think they're talking about? You know? Seems like a very interesting conversation. Well, toast has been eaten. Also, there's probably gonna be a timestamp in the VOD from that. I do also have a Cadbury's Biscoff egg, not a Cadbury's cream egg. It's a Biscoff egg. So instead of it being cream egg inside, it's a Biscoff. That's from Easter, by the way. But I'll talk watch done partially eating that. It isn't as crunchy as eating toast. Two bits of toast, one marmalade, one peanut butter. Yummy. Ooh. Fish. Hey, Tyrone. Level do you evolve? Probably level 20. Alright, how did you get over there? Okay, now I need to think, right? I must thinking that I actually need more jungle wood. Speaking of jungle wood, tree. I was like, I need to think of what we're going to be doing next. I need to put more jungle wood down. Okay, you can have one sapling. Because I am thinking about having the second floor maybe being a different colour to the first floor. Oh yeah, again, speaking of areas in which I don't really know what to place in them. Right here. You know? What is going to go in said corner? Technically, I could have the building wall go here. That would be good like that. See, I have an idea. But also, I don't know if it would work because also trying to include these. No, you're not getting any toast superior. I've also got to see how... do you know what? We're not going to fit in this bit yet. I don't know how this... I could probably have many stories of this, right? With many different rooms. Yeah. So I could have like a completely... like this floor doesn't technically have to be rooms. I may make it rooms, and then like the third floor. So the actual height of this is what? 2 blocks? So technically I could have 3. This could be 3 stories, and that 3 stories would be 1 layer. However, unlike... actually, no, because Chiseled and Bits means that... it may mean that... you have to get a bit lower. Anyway, I'm going to have a look and see what the build looks like on the zoomed out map. I can't see it because my icon is there. So I'm going to go over here and then see what it looks like. Also, this is ready. Oh, look, there's a bit of yellow. Okay, that red pixel, that's the tower, right? The 2 orange pixels is the jungle. I don't know what that yellow pixel is. I guess that's the oak, weirdly. I don't know what that blue pixel is either. I guess it's just... Can I use you to... Oh yeah, making the canvas size goes to be quite cool. We're making a hanging canvas sign. Cool. A dingle. Do I have 2 name tags? Please let me know if you see name tags anywhere. Well, they're okay. Because I swear I had name tags. I guess I don't. And unlike Minecraft of nowadays, you can't just craft them. I've got to go out searching to find them. So let's have a big think about how I'm going to do staircase. Because this staircase needs to be at least 4 wide. And you'll need a handrail. And I'm thinking of using slabs, so it's going to be a far shallower incline. Not going to be as steep. I'd like here, in this area, right? It goes maybe... Now, luckily for small Pokemon, it can get up by going that way. They don't have to go up the big staircase. Let's see, if I did this, it would actually be there. There. Again, this is just quickly seeing... Okay. I was actually thinking about how am I going to do the wall here, actually? Am I going to have the wall end here? Or the wall end... I think I may have the wall end here. Because again, this was designed from when the fireplace was huge. No longer is that big. I must say, every day I look at my Steam library and I see Pony Island and I'm like, see, because it would have to be... Oh Also, oak on oak is certainly something. You know what? That isn't going to work though if I do that, because it needs to curve around this bit. Yeah, that ain't going to work like that. Okay. So technically, it would be better to have the staircase start from here, right? So in that way, you can just walk down the corridor, and then go this way if we want to go this way. I guess we have to move back by one. Staircase, I think. And the conundrum comes from here, right? Because actually, if I was doing that, I would have to go back. Then that would go like that, but no. Well, maybe. Issue is that this will have to go. Actually. Well, okay, actually, this is where we get to a conundrum. Because there would probably be a wall here. Curse me, I'm making things forward. I love double place. I love it double placing. Also, this is a very convoluted means of just doing a staircase. It's not even a spiral staircase. It's a weird angle. So just one thing, right? This is a block too low. No. And then it would be the actual block. Which actually, okay, with how this has come upstairs, it means, right, I could have a walkway, the corridor of the second floor. Oh no, I was going to have to walk over here, wasn't I? I had to over here, so actually this needs to go. That. Not like that. Like that. In the likes of you, should actually be able to go up the staircase. Not the way I intended you to do it, but no, I'd probably have like it had to be something like that in terms of like the other block going with it. Unless maybe I did this wouldn't be wood, but I would have something like that, and then like the main block. It won't be oak. I did make fences because I was using fences, but I think I'm going to use stairs and maybe some slabs. But I need a good block that kind of, you know, a good railing block. Now this doesn't have to be wood. It could be a stone. Something else. Basic as a... brick, we have cobblestone, we have deep slate, we have tough, we have netherrack, which we can turn into nether brick. Try and use the stone block you've already used in the build to tie it in together more. So there is polished diorite. So there's polished diorite, which is the floor. There's bricks, which is the chimney. The foundations of the building are tough. And the tower, the main bulk of the tower is deep slate. The only time you see the tough block is on the foundation part. I'll go back to the build. We'll go back to the construction site. So this whole structure is made out of tuff. This is tuff, which I could use. You got the chimney here of brick. Also, it will be floating. It won't be like, it won't be connected to the ground, right? If it looks weird, we may connect it to the ground, right? And then just have this area be something. Even put a door in it and have this area be something. Wait a second, this area would be the way downstairs, wouldn't it? You'd have the way down be here. The way down to the basement. So it'd have to be floating. White stone stairs. There is the diorite. There is this, which I'd have to go out and get some. Which I can turn into stairs. Also, you used the wrong kind of stair. I'd have to go out and get some diorite. Hey! Hello, disguised drawstring for the ban. Yeah. Correct. That is the right way of doing stairs. That is the right way of doing stairs. You did do the correct version of stairs. S-T-A-I-R. And then S-T-A-I-R-S for stairs. That's just a stair. You need to add an S to the end. It's also... There you go. That's also... means of stair. Brick stairs. Also... chimney. Is also not spelt that way. Yes, yeah. You use the I'm staring at you type thing. Yeah. Or like superior stares at me. Yeah. Oh, you're on about chimney? I must say, right? I must say, you got very close with how you spelt it. With how you spelt chimney. Right? You put C-H-I-M-N-I-E. That's how you wrote chimney. But the way of writing chimney is C-H-I-M-N-E-Y. It was just the ending of how you did it that was wrong. Instead of I-E, it was E-Y for how you spelt it. Yes. Yes. Chimney. You did get it very close though. Chimney. That's the way of spelling it. Okay, so the diorite can turn into pillars, which is interesting. Diorite pillar. Now we have polished diorite here, which would then turn into polished diorite stairs and things. No, yeah, you were very close. Just the ending. what I would do is I would take some of this, right? And we'll see how things look with the polished diorite. So this is going to be for the banister of the stairs. Cute little jump there, Skidoo. 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 S-Kid. So what it would be, is it would be like this. Maybe even actually like that. I know that it's tall. It wouldn't really work as a banister because your arm would be like up by. You'd have your hand up by your shoulder if it was actually a banister, but. Also, I don't know how it would work here. But I have that like that, and then block, and then stairs if I have that like that. Oh no, it seems very tall. Right? Especially here, it seems like very tall. The issue is, if I pushed it forward by one, then it's because I did half slabs, by the way. It's because I did slabs. Although technically, what I could do is get the stone grinder, stone cutter, not stone grinder. Bacon sandwich. Yummy. Hey Archie. Don't know why I looked in that chest. The first thing I did. I need to go here. Here, I need to make some polished cut diorite slabs. Yes. That is what I am thinking. Actually making some slab. That way I can make it less steep. Main issue would be here, because here has to be a block because of here. And technically here has to be a block as well. Because it's an edge bit, right? Because it's the corner piece. Like that. That can hopefully be fixed with 2 slabs. Slab and then block. And this would be a this would be a slab. So the issue is height. this very steep height here, though. I think here may be a thing that I use staircase for. Maybe even here I use staircase. But I don't know about here. There it's just regular block. That's staircase. I'll do how the underside looks at a later date. And then this would be a block. Don't know. It would be certainly less taller, less higher up. But I also don't know how it doesn't flow as nice. At least to me. So really I would need a Just because the staircase is wonky. The staircase isn't straight, right? It wonk, like moves around bits. And it's also the fact that, like, because it moves around how it does, it means that it can't. I'm gonna use brick as a temporary placement fixture. Maybe. We have a pillar, right? We have a pillar that will possibly be out of this diorite, which would then break up the corner piece there. It's also this piece here, right? Just technically this would need to be... Maybe it's... This technically would need to be two slabs. The slab there and the slab there. We get to regular block. Regular block there, slab there. Then also up here is where we have the conundrum. So I do that, and then it's more of a gradual up. Which then means that this here can still kind of continue that more gradual up by having that. And that would be like that anyway, because there'll be blocks around it. Which means I could just technically use really whatever for right here. No, I can't. Why do you have one slab on the inner part? Makes it look wonky too. Wait, that needs to not be there. This needs to be a full block, right? That flat bit. As in... to be wood slab. The inner part. Because after the brick block, if there was 2 blocks, as in this be flat. Or here. I see the thing there of the fact that that doesn't line up. That's got to be... Oh, why do I have a turn? Because the wall comes out one, that's why. We're just gonna change that from wood. I mean, this part's gonna be very small, but it's gonna be an expectation of disbelief. Because I would just make one part of the stairs wider so it could curb. Makes, yeah, If you have it, if you have to have it 4 blocks, which it's actually this 2, that would be down there. I technically don't have to have it 4 blocks. This is just my in my head kind of blockage usage bit. Is like, yes, I'd have it 4. So you could technically actually go here. I'm just thinking. A torch. Be better than having a torch, sleeping, and then morning it. Ooh. Whatever you did made it look better. What I did was I angled the edges. So it isn't just a flat like 90-degree angle bit. But now I may end up overdoing it. So see here it's flat, and instead of it being like a straight 90-degree cut, and obviously this is just the way upstairs, and again there'll be wall there and walls and second floor. So just thinking about this, because again this should technically be like that, but looks a bit interesting like that. So I'm going by the half slab height measure, and obviously this would be a half slab height here. Let's see. Although maybe this is what a staircase could be used for. I don't know, it looks weird down here, that's for sure. Certainly looks interesting there. Again, this doesn't have to go. It may still. I may just leave it brick if I can get stuff to look right with it just being brick. That's not allowed. Or we quite simply don't have that bit. Have the half slab. Do it like that. I think, I don't know, it's just this bit right here. Because it's between a block. I can't have like a staircase. I can't have it be like it's between. This is the top of a block, so I kind of like the steps be in between. So it'd be good to kind of have the stairs be like that there, and then the actual step is there. But which it is actually. I just realized that is exactly the bit that I was on. Okay, never mind. Actually, that would have to go there, right? Because if I wanted to keep the kind of half slab difference in each of the blocks going down, it'd have to be like that. It's just that you got that. But if I put that out by one, then that would be a 2, which then would look weird. I don't mind that. And here, I mean, the entire this bit here is interesting. I also don't think that's going to be brick as well. Let me go and get it. Yes, I think that could be it. It's because it goes out by 1. Yes, the curved part isn't curved on the inside. Which is, I think, the reason. Let's get some more polished diorite. I also want to get some diorite pillars. Okay. Let's have a thunk. It's because the curve of the staircase, right? The curve of the staircase doesn't dictate the curve of this. Also, this would be, I think, maybe that. Alright, pillar. It's because it's straight. One of these is just a straight block, wasn't it? Straight block here. You are like that. I mean, also it goes block, no block, block, no block, no block, no block, which means this needs to be block. To keep up the pattern of slabs, block, slab, block, slab, block. Slab block. Means I would get like a slab and put it there, and actually I'll probably... I'd get more wooden slabs, and actually I'll take the wooden slabs from here, because that's the wooden slab. This is going to be a wall, by the way. This has to be a wall piece. It has to be a wall piece, because this bit has to connect up to over there. So this has to be a wall piece. Is this go 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Why does that go 6 blocks? Huh? Okay, I may have that go 5. That's right, because there's going to be possibly a wall here. I don't know the connection between here and there. So I could possibly have a connection between here and there. That could be here and there. Let's see. 1, 2. There's just kind of this bit. Which doesn't necessarily have to have anything. It could have just something else. But it would be good to have a connection to that. Which I guess could connect to the stairs. If... So you've got... top. Yeah, there. Okay. So 2 blocks up from here. Does it connect up? Which is quite interesting, because I could, right, get rid of this big doorway here, yeah, and expand this section out, right, and then have the wall for this area be here. Because one thing I kind of need to do is have an exit from this area. Because right now, there is no exit besides down on the ground level. for this area, because it can't exit there. It'd have to exit onto the staircase. Also on the second floor. But the issue with that is the staircase. I could do a half wall. Just for the stairs. I could. But I do want to connect here. So... let's get this done. Basically, I need to connect the small area to the stairs. So they're there. So obviously that would be there. And if I go too higher, though technically too higher would get me there. And there lines up with there, which means I can have my exit there onto the stairs. It will be onto the stairs. Unless I have the small animal area, small Pokemon area be completely separate, but I don't want to have a means of them getting to the second floor. So see, that's floor 2, or floor 1, right? And then floor 2, it would be the top of floor 2, which technically would be floor 3, or okay, 1, 2, 3. It would technically be floor 4, which would connect up to there. I can also floor 3 go out about there. No, I can't. I could go out about there, and then 4 go out. So floor 2 there, floor 3 can connect up to about there. Which should actually be there. Be the top of floor 2. I shall in just 1 second. Which would mean the top of floor 4 would be there, which means there is a spot right there which can have a door. Bam! Bam! Maybe. I don't know what future me will do in this area. I just wanted to make this staircase. Although currently, you know, I'm on the floor. I need to do exercise time. I'm on this like speech right now. So I am. Okay. Work off the roast dinner I had. And also the toast. I'm now going to have a drink. Getting too low to use the straw. Later refill my drink. Oh, by the way, I have Saturdays, so Thursdays I should be able to stream. I don't know, because, again, on Thursdays there was a TV show that I like watching with him. But that has stopped. The last episode of that was the Thursday that just went. Also, I just realised this doesn't need to be... Wow, the chatbots are quite ramped up today. quite wrapped up today. Because this technically would be like this. I mean, by simply doing the like inner bit, I feel like making that part go in, right, which has it go in then out again, I think that already looks, to me, that looks better than when it was just flat. Because the reason, when it was just flat, right, it was all flat, it was that block, that block, that block, that block, were all in line with each other. There was one that was out of line. But now that there's more that are, they're not, like, perfectly aligned to each other. So therefore, I think it looks better there. Which means that we have to go here. So maybe there is a little bit... we will see. Because actually, this part here would have to be there. Why do I'm using dirt? Because dirt is just here. Could do that. Which I'm going to leave that little bit there, but then I could possibly put something there. Again, this is the fourth floor of the small Pokemon area is here. Which then would also possibly mean that this may not be pink. I may have this also be oak. No, I think I'll have it pink until it changes to the small Pokemon area, which would actually be at the top, which would be oak. And probably oak all the way up. Or oak bit. And then maybe I just have like a rooftop on top of the fourth floor is rooftop. Because, well, we have 3 rooms here, possibly a 4th, right? Which are going to do 4 more rooms, and then maybe like a communal space. Just like 4 more rooms here. Communal space. I think the communal space would be on the top floor of this. Because it's the largest, of the largest area. However, right here will be the exit for Pokemons like you. You're gonna have to be careful when leaving that exit, just in case. Okay, you didn't go on the right bit of the stairs. Just in case big Pokemon come past, but you know. Okay, I'm going to get 4 planks of cherry wood to fill in that bit of the wall. So we haven't really seen much of you today, actually. Thank you, Aerodactyl. So we do that right now. Okay. So I just got itchy arm. Okay. Arm has been scratched. Let's get the cherry wood. Now, interesting thing, right? Doing the quote seeding of here is going to be interesting because again, the seeding will only come out to Wait, does that go? Is that lined up or is that not lined up? I'm confused there. Let's go up on here and have a look. Oh, that is lined up. No, it's probably going to be cherry wood. Okay, I will have this be 5 then. I put away the slab! No! Put away the slab! This will be 5. Would it though? Oh, that means like this needs to go in by 1. Again, will be finer because you won't really see this bit. This section right here, it looks weird because it goes out and then in. So, actually no, we're gonna keep that there. Put that there. We're gonna put that bit there. So, the second floor is going to be made out of different wood type, right? That's my initial thought. Also, it doesn't need to be laid out at anywhere similar to the first floor. Because we're doing this and then the flooring, it can be laid out in any which way besides here. Here's still going to be chimney. Right, it doesn't matter what goes where, this is still going to be chimney. So, you know, we can have rooms in completely different spots, right? As long as there's a means of connecting up to here. And that's about it. But, the rooftop here is going to be interesting because it's also going to be the transition between the 2 different floors here. Which technically means these bits aren't going to be cherry wood. I have kind of messed up a bit with the staircase here. No, I haven't. What would be a good second floor block? Like, if you had two stories, right? I may also do a dividing, maybe on the actual floor layer. That should be that one. I'm gonna do possibly a dividing thing, so possibly using this like cherry wood, right? I will make like a dividing layer, like out one, like the cherry wood is. Though I'm probably gonna change that bit at least. I go up and then connect to like a dividing section. It's like dark to connect between the 2. Now, I've got to say, I did have like a while ago. I did have Creative World where I was testing things out, and I did actually have a thing set up for it where it was actually oak on the bottom and then cherry wood on top. I want to do this, get some of this. Keep you as this, though can't I turn you into... Yes, I can. Made it from the same block as the base. As in... Oh, you mean the dividing layer be tough blocks? It'll be out by 1, jotting out by 1. Hmm. I could actually even have it, right? Okay, I'm gonna use this as like a... Okay, I will use this as like a thing to show. But I could actually have it be out by one, right? Like this. Yeah. And actually have the wall be on that out by one bit. Again, this block here is the floor block. So technically, the dividing block would actually be one block higher. That was just the thing to try and make it not be as flat. So like we have the floor on the second floor there, you know, yada yada yada. That wouldn't work. Which means this would still be this, wouldn't it? Why don't I do it over there? No, this would be new block. Then it's not done yet. And then come on, lag, work with me here. And then that would actually be here. I'm not, again, the cherry wood is a stand-in block now. So I can have it, right. Again, doing this visualization effect. Have it be like that, because again I want there to be a change between the layers, and I do believe having it be that flat, but then again having a block, and then I can also do other things, much like the tower, you know. I can do bits like this, and obviously this isn't going to have a second floor section. I don't know. I don't know. It's so interesting in the old noggin. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, so does have to be oak, by the way. I also like how I did a dividing section here between... You can tell how old this doorway was put in, right? This is, I think, one of the first doorways put in. Before there was a floor or anything over there. Which is why it has the tough blocks there, but none of the other connections have a solid barrier between them. That's why I think okay, I'm gonna do this now. I am not gonna change this doorway. It is one block lower than all the other doorways, and it has the tough blocks underneath it. This is an ancient doorway. Again, the first thing that was built in this place was, I don't know if I marked on the doors, but it was definitely the dome was the first thing I made. Now, let's see about cooking some stuff. We could do... Ooh, roasted leeks. Those are medical leeks, right? Right. Yes. Yeah. Like, I probably... Well, somewhere probably there at the screen, there's a screenshot of the dome just by itself, most likely. Also, yeah, the because I want it to be 2 floors and then a slab sloped roof, so it's really low. I don't know how tall this building's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty tall considering the walls are 6 blocks high, right? Because you got technically each floor is 8 blocks tall, right? You got the foundation layer, and then 6 up, 1 block for the ceiling. Which means the second floor is going to be a maximum of 8 blocks tall. This build is going to be tall. Oh, they don't stack. They don't stack. Too many leek and potato stews. Because, again, how the dome thing's gonna work, right, is the wall, whatever block I use for the second floor wall, which may end up just being oak, right now is being used as a possible temporary. Although there's nothing more permanent than a temporary fixture. So be like this. And it's just like completely flat over. But you'd have obviously also the floor, the flooring of the second floor will be a different block. It won't be, if this is oak, this won't be oak, right? The staircase will be oak, but then it will change to whatever flooring we're going to use as the floor. And this is like a big flat thing. So you would have the ceiling. You have the ceiling here, and then the second floor wall here. I always feel like, oh, cool, you could have like a window bit, but you can't. You can't. You could have like, I think maybe one block. You would have one block window that would allow you to like peer down into the dome area. Actually, no, you don't, because this is like, okay, I won't be using diorite for the second floor, but this is second floor. This is the flooring. So actually, how many do you have? Do you have one? Oh no, you have two. Right, because technically I could be like, aha, I can put a window here. There's like a bit of the wall is like a bit of glass. So that way you can look down or like still look out in the dome area. Because I can't go any higher because that's the top of the dome. Although again, that would have to be like that. I think that could work, you know, having glass here so you can still look out. It also means that when you're upstairs, you can still look outside. You can look down in what will be more greenery once I get around to doing it. One thing I'm not going to be doing right now is doing the layout of the second floor. Don't know why I tried to jump for that. I don't know why I tried to jump for that. Say, chat, for parkour civilization, would you have jumped for the chicken or the beef? Is that the two? I think I would have just failed by walking out the door. I think in here I'm going to have this, yeah, like so. However, inside I will have the cherry log. Now, the roof of the food area. Now, the food area certainly needs work done to it, right? It's an eclipse again. This food area needs work done, right? Much like the kitchen did, this needs stuff done. I need like chairs. I could technically add a mod that adds sittable chairs, but I could also custom make them. There's a mods that adds a lot of nice furniture items, but I don't know if I should add them now. Or I work with the good old Minecraft stuff, like this. Like this may not be like a big detail, but it's notoriously Minecraft. Like having this be like a table, notoriously Minecraftified. It's kind of like this, right? I tried to make this look like it would be able to raise up and down like it's on a piston, right? You got the piston here, and then it's attached to the top bit of the table. So it can retract in and lower down. So obviously, trying to feed big Pokemon, it's good for big Pokemon height. But trying to put food on there isn't really the best. Although you could possibly put the pumpkin down if I was able to. Although you can't be placed down there. But Technically, can I place the like something like you down there? If I can. I don't think I will be able to, but if I can. Oh right, I remember. I made this table a quarter slab tall. Yes, and I think that is one of the... Right. I used the wrong tool there and completely broke it. I think that's why the kitchen looks better. Because it's more... It looks more Minecraft, right? It feels more Minecraft rather than really curved and fancy schmancy. And yeah, I've got to fix that. The issue is, right, the table is a good height for the likes of me, right? Make it any taller and it'll be too tall, right? Issue is it's a really awkward thing for placing blocks on it. So you should be able to place on here, though. Yes. Although maybe I have like this pot over here, so it's like, we've got like, you know, you got like the chicken, the pumpkin, you got whatever's in this like crock pot ready to be dished up. This is our buffet table, watched by the watchful eye of Bree. Our head chef. Yes. Head chef Bree. But yeah, how is the ceiling gonna be like in here, right? How's the ceiling gonna be in this like food section? I could have it be slabs like here. I could have it be full blocks like out here. Whatever it's gonna be, it's not gonna be made out of cherry. I mean, I should probably have a look at the wood we have. So probably I won't use jungle. I won't use... Well, that's oak in there. We have dark oak. We have... We could use cherry. Keep the pink. For the ceiling. We could use birch. Have the ceiling and the floor be the same height. Be the same. We have acacia, but acacia is very orange. We have bamboo. Bamboo's quite yellow. We have mangrove. Ooh. It would be a very interesting contrast to the... I'm going to check out mangrove quickly. Because doing an underground recording studio could be quite cool. The only issue is, right, doing a second floor means you're not gonna see, like, any of the tower. Right. I specifically designed the tower for the second floor in mind, which is why that's where it is. But obviously, from a distance, you're not really going to see much of the tower, at least from this angle. Because this isn't even the full height of the wall. I think the wall needs to go up one more block. This is to gauge how this feels like this. What do you think about... I kind of like the dark red roof. Now, I may make it slabs. So that way there's a bit of extra height, at least, especially here. Although there's to be extra height. Okay. Because I think the dark of the wood, it contrasts nicely with the brightness of the floor. It kind of goes like bright, medium, dark, right? I like that. And then yeah, you have literally the second floor inside this room, right? Like the second floor is there, right there. It cuts through. One thing is that's highway. That's low. That's fine. Again, lighting is the main issue, though. I have torches everywhere. I'll make more. I can make lanterns. There's a thing I want to do. It involves some compass and some paper. Basically, I'm gonna make some. Yes, the only conundrum with the overlook is. Actually, I could. Is how it is done. I can put some. I could make it rather than having glass. I could make it like that, because they're. With how the dome finishes, it does mean that it can't be very tall, the like looking area. So if you're a tall Pokemon, you've got to bend down to look. Okay, we'll take this acorn fence. Now, I'm going to make some maps. Some of this, need some of this. Take that, good. Put you away. Now some paper. There you go. Do this. This. Now, is this a Mark 1 map? a Mark II map. A Mark I map. Do you know what you don't see there? You don't see the sniffer pen like you do in this one. But the main thing is, I want to see what this looks like when it's just the ceilings, right? Also, I love how the dirt path looks on here. I need to do maybe a dirt path from Munch's to here, to this dirt path. That's some color. And because it's the dome, you don't see the dome bit. Yeah, this bit, because you don't see the dome, the glass of the dome, it's just the birch. I will date him and lock him. I don't, because this is just because I want to see what it looks like. Because if I work on the second floor, it will change what it looks like. I just want to see what it looks like with all of the ceiling blocks. But I should set up a thing where maybe like I don't want to. So this will. Okay, brain needs to think, because if I do too many of like these maps, right, too often, then it's just gonna get too full, right? Because if I'm doing this world for years, doing making a new map like every week would be. So maybe, like, the main kind of me getting a map, like, doing a big look around is possibly every month, right? At the end of every month, so also this is the second floor flooring, so it'll be like this. I like that. Unless there's like something like this, because again, I want to document what this looked like. I just want to see what it looked like. Oh yeah, I do need to feel. Oh right, it's all bedrock. That's fine. Bedrock is fun, but bedrock get very tedious. I also need to put lighting there. But I think like the main checkup is end of every month. Either it's if the weekend is either the weekend before the end of the month or the weekend after, when like the new month comes in. Whichever one it is, it'll be the one that I make the proper map for. I need some leeking potato, but there's all over there. What do you think, Shed, about the whole, like, every month? Technically, if I wanted to do it proper, like, properly secure it, I would also need to make a 2x map. What this one is? I mean, could make. hugely matter where I use this. Did I use it? Yeah. Again, this is a special occasion because I want to see what it looks like. But this here, yes. Okay. I need some glass budge. I need to head over to the house anyway. It's gonna be weird, right? Once this is, like, I guess quotation marks finished, because I don't know if, like, this build will ever be finished. But once it's, like, done most of it, it's gonna be weird actually, like, I don't know, because I have all the cooking stuff set up in there, but I have, like, nowhere to, like, store things and the like in here. Like, I have stuff for storing food items. Basically, I think this build will be too large. And well, I don't care if it's too large. That's impractical. Yes. Although, if I add something, like, if I add a thing like the tower or thing, I won't do a map for that. Right? That'll be a thing that will be seen at the end of the month. But this, because... Again, I just wanted to see what it looked like. I do need to go over the... It's going to be cool, because I do have plans for over the bridge, right? First of all, it's making the bridge look nicer, not just a, you know... You know what I can use? I can use the official Minecraft construction handbook to make a cool bridge. There's also the redstone handbook and all that, but... I've ordered them to combat. Was it beginners, builders, combat, redstone, and I think there's something else. I've got what the other one is. But I have plans for over here. And that is, in my head, the idea is making a village over here, right? Because then I could move the... Make a village here, housing and whatnot. Probably the most main thing used would be cherry. Right? And then I can move, like, the mending villager over here. So, like, they won't be in a trading hall. Won't be in, like, a one block wide gap of nothingness. It'll be in a, like, proper... village building type place here, which is pretty cool that over, like, these maps. Thank you, Bree. That these maps show over the way. I have to say that skeleton did scare me. My source bug seems to be stuck on the side. And my Glaceon. Seem to be in a bit of a predicament. Okay. Get some glass it together. Get some glass paint, I mean. Cool. This is 18-04-26. My anvil! No! How many boxes is it for an anvil? 3. God, that's expensive. (19-04-26) and lastly 19-04-26. I don't have a little damn item frames. Oh, actually, I think I know where there's some name tags are. I think there's some name tags in the backpacks that come from the zombie spawner. Hello, Big Sniffer. Oh, to you too. Oh, I did a slight change to the XP farm and made it far more efficient. I did it this stream. I changed the piston system for some water. Don't know why I didn't think of having it be water. Now I think... Yes. More name tags. I also need to move these backpacks. Because basically, any backpacks that are gotten from being AFK in the XP, because I didn't do XP farming, gone AFK here, off stream, will be placed there. The thing I also need to do now, work on armor, because, you know, I got tools, got weapons, got tools. Give myself some armor. I wonder, can you enchant a backpack? Give it like protection. Because obviously you can equip a backpack onto your back. So... I don't know that the anvil is already damaged. And... Hello, Barry. Hello, Diggle. I don't know why okay, I know why I wanted to name them Dingo and Barry. Anyway. I don't name them because I'm immature and it's funny. Anywho. Also before she was on Discord, called my friend. She said, "Oh, gotta go soon. My favorite YouTuber is live. I've heard about you because I yap a lot. They called me a loyal for still supporting you. Damn." I mean, you are. Hi Berry. Hi Dingle. Yeah. Oh no, I was like, isn't it Applejack? No, Applejack's honesty. Yes. Yummy leaky potatoes soup stew. Because I was like, things like Rainbow Dash. Wait a second, isn't that the one? No, it isn't. That's. I was thinking of Applejack, which is not. God, I do not remember the fucking elements of friendship. You know, the fucking friendship stones. God, in the final episode of My Little Pony, when Chrysalis got all of the friendship stones and destroyed half of half of fucking Canterlot, that was something. Nah, that. Yes, Skiddo, yes. Embers of Harmony. That's the word. God is. Been a while since I had to think about that. It was interesting, right? Because I went to My Little Pony because I liked to go who liked it. So I began watching it because I liked them and they were like, and I was like, okay, I will give it a go. So then I did, and I very much liked it. And then, you know, broke up. And then I was still a fan of the show. What is this recipe I just unlocked? The honey? Honey cookies! Oh. Honey glazed ham. Must be got sweet flour. Oh, this is Cobblemon. Come on. To revive. And I mean, if it weren't for My Little Pony, Susan wouldn't have existed. And neither, actually, I think, would my love of, I love a pixel art either. God, the final episode, man. Oh. And then, you know, I was a fan of the art style of the season after that, when it was all 3D, the one on Netflix that was like 3D. I liked it. It was very cool. And then, you know, they cancelled that, and then they stopped the other YouTube thing, the like weird 2D chibi thing. But it was sweet. They had such a they had such a cool thing to work from with the like next season, right? The next generation. They had such a good foundation to build from. Of it being like set really far in the future and oh, what's this? What's that? Oh, this that. And then they didn't really do anything with it and then cancelled it. So, you know. I really forgot what I came in here for. Oh, that's right. It was to make some honey glazed ham. Not honey glazed ham. Some honey biscuits. But I need to go. Honey cookies, finally. I need to go over here. Grab you. Grab some of this. Grab this. There is a mod, right, where you gain extra hearts. Like if you eat like X amount of new foods you eat, you gain an extra heart, right? So like it encourages you to like make different food dishes. It's only a one-time thing, so like you could eat like this leek potato, this honey cookie, maybe like a baked potato, and you'll gain an extra heart. But then if you eat them same thing again, you won't get any extra things. It's whenever you eat a new food. Hey, look, it's the old Kinawatch painter. Didn't get rid of it. Just in the tower. Oh! What a fool. This tower is dangerous. The staircase, dangerous. I'm not going to do any banisters though, because it will be funny when I fall to my death. On it. I will put a book on the bookshelf though. That's for sure. That's the only reason why I came up here. I do want to know. Okay, no you can't. Now I know. Now I know. The weird crystally thing. Alrighty. I have to say that I currently realized that I am currently doing a lot of walking around and not a lot of actually doing such stuff. I think at this current point in time, my brain's like, you know. My brain has frozen up. Doesn't quite know what to focus on right now. We're gonna watch Big Sniffer for a bit. I'm going to quickly finish this drink. This bottle is empty now. Understandable. Granted, I feel like I may also call the streams because again, as I said, my brain is currently not. I don't know. I need to. We need to have a think. We need to have a think. Next stream tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. What's gonna be the main thing of tomorrow's stream? Well, I was actually, yes. I was thinking I could get at least the floor plan, maybe, of the second floor. At least maybe like the main hallway layout, like plan of the second floor. Because on the second floor, we need, Oasis doesn't really much space, but we're gonna need some separate Pokemon rooms for Pokemon like Bree and Kilowattrel, right? Also, I think Superior is probably gonna have like a penthouse suite. Either way, I have an idea for Superior, and they're gonna have at least a bit of the ceiling be glass, that way they can get sunlight in. But we need a room for Bree, a room for Kilowattrel. Obviously, do we do the food room? I don't know. Look, he's my spoiled little creature, aren't you? Aren't you? With your superiority complex. Hey, little worm creature. But on this Pony Island music, we're switching over here. Well, I mean, if I don't limit the 50,000 block thing, you know, redeem enough of them, you could build Cubone Castle. But nah, it's been fun and chill. But no, I need to think, because one thing in my mind, right, in my head, right, is obviously I want this this world and like this stuff to obviously go on for a while, right? That's the whole thing. I want it to go on for a while. One leg is, I mean, it's bearable, but it means if I wanted to go down like doing create things, yeah, if I wanted to do create, one of the mods in here go down that more, obviously lag issue. Other thing, like me, like I was thinking, I like doing the roof and like doing like the second floor of this build. I think I need to have maybe some streams of me not doing any building stuff, right? No build base. So maybe tomorrow isn't build base. Because I don't want the build to be done like really quickly and then suddenly, uh-oh, I don't really know what to do. So do you know what? Tomorrow, we're gonna cook up some good food, right? We're gonna cook up some good food, because now we can cook up some very nice, very good food, right? And we are going to bring back our search for the desert, right? Desert or bust. We're gonna search. Well, I mean, I need to beat the game, right? I would like to build a kind of hub in the nether, right? I like to build a nether hub. I want to get a mushroom from a mushroom biome. Even a brown mushroom if I could, which means you need to get one struck by lightning. There's the beacon, which means you need to fight a wither. I mean, there's wither, there's the armor, there's actually beating the game. I guess getting an elytra as well would be good. Doing a raid, because we got Bad Omen 3, like winning a raid in a village, building the village nearby. There's a lot of stuff we can do, but the thing I want to do is, right, if I do like a bunch of build base, because I think next stream will be a break from build base, because I've been doing build base quite a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I've done like there's one thing that is ticked off the bucket list of things that I want to do in Minecraft, right? And that was Sniffer. You know, those are the main things for Sniffer. I did really want to do that, and I got to Sniffer. Although I may get a mod that makes the Sniffer a bit better, because unfortunately Mojang won't do that. Or at least get the flowers that the Sniffer sniffs up to be able to be duplicated easier. I know that obviously that then just negates the whole thing of the Sniffer, but you need to get the Sniffer through anyway. And it's just making things look nice. But again, that's also build base. But yeah, I think tomorrow we're gonna cook up some good food, get bed, and we are going to try and find a desert or a mesa biome, whichever one comes first, right? And we are going to explore where the sun rises, because we've already explored where the sun sets, and we've explored to the either north or south. But I do not believe we've properly explored to where the sun rises. We're gonna go that way, and we will see what we come across, right? Because I also want to raid a jungle temple. I need to do like I need to get like a tick list, right? A to-do list, right, of things like, yo, I could go and do this, I could go and do that, but. Either way, that's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna change my title from building stuff. But also, it could be a couple of streams of like, maybe I don't return back to base unless I find a desert. But no, the entirety of tomorrow will probably be in a search for desert. And watch as I find one like within the first 10 minutes. I guess if I find one really easily, it'll be trying to find the other one. If I find a desert, find a mesa. Mesa, desert. Either way, I thank you for tuning in. I will be live obviously tomorrow for Minecraft. Though there may be a deadline tomorrow of midnight my time, which is in like 9 minutes now. But I thank you for tuning in. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye. 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 Good night and bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.